£10 million in a UK currency firm collapsed, have won a remarkable battle to get their money back. The company's bank, Barclays, has been fined and condemned by the regulator for a failure to conduct its business with due skill, care and diligence. Barclays has agreed to refund victims. Martin Brunt has this report.
Businesswoman Pauline Creasy led her fellow fraud victims into battle and won back their money, but it wasn't easy.
It's been horrible and a lot of people have got very ill. I think we've lost 6 or 7 actually claimants who've died during the process. I think 3 died actually within 6 months of discovering that their money had been stolen. And I think that's pretty ghastly to die knowing that, you know, a lifetime's work has been scammed by some nasty fraudster who had a licence from the UK authorities.
When Premier FX, a currency exchange firm, went bust, £10 million of its customers' money was missing. The crash cost them retirement homes, life savings and pension pots. In some of its dealings with expats in Portugal and Spain, Premier FX had been operating illegally. Initially, there was little or no help for victims from the various agencies they appealed to.
I spoke actually to Her Majesty's Treasury quite a bit about this at the beginning. He said no one's interested in fraud in the UK. He said the UK government will only get involved if it's a big international scam. And there's a certain amount of kudos for the government in working together with our international partners to actually bring down, you know, some big crooks. And he said, you know, it's good for us and it's good for the City of London.
But the 167 victims campaigned, and eventually the UK's Financial Conduct Authority did investigate. With Premier FX gone, it put the company's bankers in the dock. It fined Barclays £750,000 for its failings, and the bank has agreed to refund the stolen £10 million. The FCA said there was a failure by Barclays to conduct its business with due skill, care and diligence. Premier FX collapsed after its owner, Peter Rextrew, died suddenly in 2018. He was licensed by the Financial Conduct Authority, but only for transferring currency. Unlicensed, he was encouraging clients to deposit funds with him and then mixing up their cash with the company's. Retired manufacturing engineer Graham Dyke said his own loss was small compared with others, but
if it was a fiver, I'd chase them. And fraud is an easy and fast-growing form of robbery, and it's just not being stopped. It's not being checked.
How surprised were you when you heard the good news?
Oh, very. I mean, ecstatic, really.
Where the money went is a mystery. But in Portugal, police are still investigating allegations of fraud.